Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. We've moved a lot of Lego over the last couple days. All the parts, the sealed collection, and a new couch, plus much more. But today, we're actually gonna start moving actual Lego, like display Lego. We're talking the Lego that's in the Lego City. Because at this particular point in time, my number one priority is clearing the Lego City tables so that I can bring all this wood over there and start constructing the new tables. In order to do that, I have to move all of these modular buildings. I honestly think it's going to be pretty easy to move all these modular buildings. I got these boxes that are 12 by 24 inches, so I can fit two standard 32 by 32 stud base plates in there, which is your standard modular building. So for example, this modular building right there. The only issue is I can't really like stack them. Like I've loaded that U-Haul to the nines, like we've just been stacking stuff. I'm not really going to be able to do that with modular buildings. So for example, that U-Haul, the back of it is probably like the size of this table right here. So I'm hoping that I can put all of this stuff in boxes and then just put them flat in the back of the U-Haul and then just drive very carefully to the studio. Because these are pretty like rigid, like it takes a lot to knock one of these over and have it blow up. So I think if it's just in a box with another one, it's nicely padded around it, I think it'll be safe. And if something does fall off this modular building, I know it came from that modular building because it's in a box with only one other building. So I think that sort of makes sense. However, with that said, I did forget my giant rolls of bubble wrap at the studio. I brought the boxes, but I forgot the giant rolls of bubble wrap. Oh no, what am I gonna use to pack them? I truly don't know. But I've actually moved my entire Lego collection before, back in 2020, and that's how I did it. Granted, I wasn't using a U-Haul, I was just using a Dodge Caravan, and we did it in 2 days, but I think I probably have like 3 or maybe even 4 times as much Lego as I did back then. But it should be fairly straightforward, not too bad. I'm a little bit worried about like the zoo and the campground and stuff like that, but all this stuff is just like individual modules. And I have the truck for 2 weeks. So if I don't manage to get like all of it moved in that 2-week period, I can still move this stuff in my car. So for example, if the zoo's not moved or if the beach isn't moved, then I can be like, okay, today we're gonna move the beach, or we're gonna move the zoo, or the campground, or this mountain, and then just bring it over one day at a time in the back of my car. But I doubt that's going to happen because I'm pretty ambitious, and I think that we're going to be able to get a lot of this moved fairly quickly. So let's get started. And so it begins, the moving of the Lego City. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is awesome. I'm actually doing this late at night because I couldn't take my mind off it. I tried to watch some TV, I tried to play some video games, and I was like, no, moving this Lego is the top priority. At first, as I mentioned, I thought I should be putting these into boxes and then putting them in the back of the van in their boxes, maybe putting some bubble wrap around them so they don't move around. But then I thought about it a little bit further, and I was like, you know what, I've done this in the past. I think it's going to be all good if I just put these in the back of the van. So sometimes I transport them in the box because you can move 2 modulars. But then in the end, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do them one at a time. So I do countless amounts of trips up and down the stairs and move these one at a time. It was a little bit easier because I didn't have to make the boxes. I didn't have to place them in the boxes. And then I didn't have to like bring them out of the boxes while I was transporting them into the van. So it actually ended up being a lot easier to do it this way. Also, I feel like there's a little bit more control on the Mills plate and on the modular building when I grab it with my bare hands, just because I can grab it, I can get a firm grip, whereas when you put it in a box, you're sort of like moving around, and it just didn't really work out that well. Also, it's still cold outside, so I didn't want to leave my front door wide open, so I'm opening and closing the door, and it's definitely a lot easier to do while I'm just holding one modular. Here's all the modules loaded into the back of the van. Definitely happy that I decided to do this tonight. That actually put a pretty big dent in the Lego City, didn't it? Wow, like I'm pretty impressed. How many more van loads is it going to take to move the rest of the city? I'm going to guess about 4. And I'm just talking about the stuff on top of the city tables. I'm thinking maybe like this here could fit in one. Then maybe this wrapping around to the mountain could fit in another. And then maybe this over here is like 1.5 or 2 more. So there's 4 more van loads for everything on top of the city tables. And then I'll be able to take these tables apart. So maybe, I don't know, don't mark my words yet, but maybe we'll be able to get 2 van loads done in this video. We'll see how I feel tomorrow in the morning. It's been a long day of moving already today. Now, there still is all the stuff underneath the Lego City as well. So like the ski hill, the mansion, all these bins full of miscellaneous stuff. And then the McAllister's house, Simpson's house, Quickie Mart, some skyscrapers, some more bins, and then some drawer units over there. But I think 4 more van loads is the number to like clear the Lego City tables, and then I can start to deconstruct these tables. If I can get that done within like the next few days or 2 days, that would be awesome, because then I can take these things apart and transfer all this lumber in another van load. That'll be a whole nother story, bringing all this huge lumber up the stairs, because these sheets here are pretty long. For example, this one here I think was, what's that, 40 inches by 96, so it's just a monster. And there's 40-inch by 96-inch sheets, so it's 8-foot sheets all the way along the back there. So getting those up the stairs is going to be a little bit of a process, but I definitely want to move all this lumber while I have this van. That's why I'm just like in such a rush to get these city tables cleared and to get all these modules brought over to the new place. Also, I'm just like super excited about building the city, so I just want to get this stuff moved as quickly as possible, because then we can start the next leg of this journey. It's almost midnight, and I just had like a crazy workout going up and down the stairs a million times. I have no idea how I'm gonna go fall asleep now. Like, I'm wide awake. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but hey, I'm happy that we're 1 van load closer to moving all of this Lego, and it's just one less thing that I have to do tomorrow. So the next morning, let's check out the load here. So once again, I decided to put all the modular buildings just loosely on the ground. I didn't use boxes. I honestly don't think that they're gonna like slide around. Luckily the U-Haul has like this textured floor, so they don't really move around. I just gotta make sure I don't hit any bumps and make them all go whoo, because that would not be good at all. Luckily for me, I've driven this route like so many times, so I know where all the big bumps are, so I should be able to drive with caution, and I'm thinking they're gonna get there safely. My buddy Kevin came by to help again. Wow, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And he's like, you know what? I've got an empty vehicle here. Why don't we load it up as well? And then I'll just follow behind you, and we can sort of train it to the studio, maximizing the amount of Lego that we bring over there today. Perfect. That is just a great idea. I love it. All right, it's the moment of truth. Did everything survive? Everything looks upright. Oh yeah, there you go. Everything made it. Oh no, there's the first casualty actually. You could have expected that to fall off though. That thing is only held on by I think 8 studs. That's the roof of the train station, but everything else looks perfect. Here's the second load in Kevin's car. He said that he hit 4 jumps, but looks like the Lego survived. I'm sorry about the bars in this clip here. It's sort of strange. It's because of the frame rate of the camera. I can only do 30 frames per second while filming time lapse, and for some reason the lights just don't like that, so you can see these bars. I need to figure out a way to fix that. But here we go. We're emptying all of the Lego out of the truck and also out of Kevin's vehicle and putting it into the smallest room here in the studio. It's hard to believe that that massive load of modulars fit in the corner of the smallest room in the studio. Like, that's everything. Looks a lot smaller in here than it did on the Lego City tables. But that's like the bulk of the modulars. Like, they're pretty much all here now. So it's not too bad at all. Packing up more Lego. I'm pretty excited about this. The more we get moved over the next short while here, the better. So we got 3 people down here working, me, Kevin, and also Mrs. Bricksie. She's helping shift all of the stuff in the hard to reach areas forward so that we can bring it to the van. And she's actually sitting on the table and removing all of the stuff from the raised platform as well. I cannot believe how much Lego we are moving right now in a single day. It is incredible. We're even taking apart the raised platform and the mountain for the Mountain View Observatory. That is super exciting. There's definitely not a whole lot left on the Lego City tables. The second load of sets, there's the Studgate train station, roller coaster, Ferris wheel, Avengers Tower, the loop coaster, Haunted Mansion, Carousel, the other half of Diagon Alley, the Daily Bugle, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th floor, and much more. Whew, a little bit worried about this one, but I'm sure it'll be all good. With all that packed up, not much remains. We've got the big double Disney castle. This table is completely empty almost. All back there too. The raised platform can now be removed. There's a few things remaining here, like the runway. Also the Winter Village buildings. Those ones are going to put into a box because they don't have mills plates. And then some more stuff that was up on the raised platform there beside the runway. Platform covering, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Some miscellaneous plates like the beach plate over here. We moved the base of the mountain there, as you saw. The observatory and top of the mountain remains. You can see all the brickwork, support work underneath that there. And then the last thing will be the remainder of the beach, also the campground with all of its trees, and the zoo. I'll very easily be able to extract all this once I remove this raised platform, because I can actually start breaking down tables now. As you can see where the frames are. So for example, this frame goes to right there. So if I were to remove like this top, and this top, then I would be able to bust down this frame. And that's the same with this table, and the same with that table over there, and then also this section which fills the table. So I'll be able to bust down like the majority of this stuff already. However, I'll want to move all the stuff that's underneath the tables before I start busting it down. I just don't want to have any casualties. And that's probably another load right there as well. But slowly but surely, it's being packed up and moved, and eventually, whoa! Eventually, I'll have more space, so things like that don't happen, and I'll be able to bust these tables down. Mrs. Bricksie's making some PB&Js here too, a little bit of lunch. Looks like it was another successful load, just this tower fell over, but the roller coasters are still standing. And of course, the vehicles are loaded again, and we've got to empty them into this room. It's pretty cool watching all of the components of the Lego city slowly fill this somewhat small-sized room. And I'm really happy about the fact that there has been very few casualties today while moving. So how cool is it that we were able to move all of this Lego in one day? That's like all the modular buildings. We've got roller coasters, the Central Park, all the platform coverings, the train station, the base of the giant mountain, the gravel road leading up to the mountain, the observatory, the farm, the skate park, the 1960s diner, the bowling alley, botanical garden, Palace Cinema, police station, the haunted house drop ride, the Grand Emporium, Ferris wheel, Avengers Tower, loop coaster, more platform coverings, the Daily Bugle, hospital, Assembly Square, Gringotts, corner garage, Diagon Alley, carousel, haunted house, another haunted house, the giant boutique hotel, and much, much more. It's pretty sweet that all of this got transferred in one day. In 2 loads too. Like, it was 2 van loads and also 2 car loads. It was a huge help having Kevin here who helped me haul it, and also just having another vehicle transporting even more in a single bound. Not too bad at all. Oh yeah, in addition to all those, there's also the town hall, Sanctum Sanctorum, Brick Bank, Pet Shop, and also the townhouses on this Billy unit. Just wait until we have PAX units, Billy units, more Billy units, full of awesome Lego sets, and then we have some cabinets in the center, like the ones that I have my medieval village on, or medieval diorama, and then there's Beelies around this entire wall. And this is all Star Wars in here, maybe a nice ruggable Star Wars rug in the center to sort of match the theming. Nice and open, you can get in here and check out all the sets. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. This really does demonstrate how large this room is. Like, that is a lot of sets just taken up the surface area of the floor. Not even like, it's, I guess, just over half the room. Approximately half the room. It's pretty wild. All that fits in half of the smallest room. Wow. Another good thing happened today. So when I bought these chairs from the Brick, the armrests were flipped the wrong way. Well, luckily today we had some Allen keys, so I was able to flip these the right way. Now that makes a little more sense, although I haven't removed this price tag yet. And look who came to check out the studio. The kids. Oh, what do you got there? That's a dog. Is that Fang? And who do you have? You have Magneto and Rogue.
Wow.
Wow. Those toys are a little bit small for you. Yeah, you're probably smart enough not to eat those now. You like the sorting hat, Mel? They're grabbing all the minifigs. Look at them. They're just a huge fan of minifigs. Look at these cool things. Oh. That's cool that they went straight for the minifigs.
Give it to your sister? That's nice.
Yeah, it's good to have the family here. They come check it out. Check out the new couch and setup, etc. Hey, yesterday I rendered the video using the wrong codec and also at 264 bits per second. That was not good. I need to up it to 100,000 bits per second. We need a baby gate. Luckily they're smart enough not to go tumbling down. Hey guys, can you not go over there, please? They're like, look at this. We're looking outside. We're looking into the clouds. You guys are smart though. You guys know to go feet first. They can go down small flights of stairs feet first. They know that. But yeah, I rendered the video at 264 bits per second and it should be 100,000. What a noob mistake. Hey, I'm still learning the ways of 4K though. I hope this video renders properly.
No, that's the baby-proof button.
That's baby-proof for hot water, buddy. Yeah, if you guys want some water though, we got it. That was fun having the kids here. They were just ripping around and then we brought them down into the large area and they were like kicking the ball around because we brought a bunch of toys for them. So that was awesome. Also, we pulled out the larger brick drawer and also one of the IKEA boxes. And they were just like transferring the Lego into the box and back into the drawer. And that was sweet. And while they were here, they were playing with some of my sealed sets that I had on the floor here because I don't have enough shelf space at this point. So I was like, okay, I got to deal with that because I don't want them to play around with those boxes. So I put my road collection up here. I've been accumulating those and I've been accumulating base plates as well. Sealed cases of 48 by 48, 32 by 32, and then some more. And then I've got more base plates down here because I know we're going to be building a larger Lego city. So I've been accumulating parts and base plates, but look at that. We're ready to go. Got a ton of plates. Also, my in-laws came, so they came with a special gift too. They were like, oh yeah, we need to bring you a case of something here to celebrate the new studio. So I was like, oh, sweet. That's the first time that's going down. Good old Molson Canadian. So I was like, all right, sounds like a good old Saturday afternoon. Not bad, but they all took off and I continued working here a bit, just doing some more video editing and just some more putzing around and just sort of thinking of ideas. I was thinking of something in regards to this wall right here. That wall there is huge. It needs some sort of decoration. The first thing that comes to mind is Lego art, but I plan on putting my art on this massive wall. And I don't have enough art to put it absolutely everywhere, at least at this point. And then I want to put the Bricksie sign right there. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe we can put some sort of shelves there. Kevin was saying we could put shelves there, no problem. Like we could put your track shelves that you have in your basement on that wall. But I was like, yeah, it's just like concrete block. It's so permanent. You're like screwing into the concrete, putting holes in the concrete. It's not like it's drywall where the drywall can just be replaced or patched up. Also, it's sort of annoying screwing into the concrete. You need like a specialized drill. It makes a mess. It's just like, I don't know if I want to do that. Be cool, but I don't think that's the solution. Art would be the easiest solution, or some sort of posters, but I personally think posters look a little bit tacky. I don't think they look that good. Maybe some sort of like banners or something. And then I was thinking to myself, okay, I was at IKEA not too long ago, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw these desks, but they were like desks built into shelving units. So it's essentially like one of these that's built into a shelving unit, and the shelving goes up behind the desk. It's like, that might be pretty cool, because then we could have almost like a Billy unit, like the bookcase that I have in the Lego room and one downstairs right now with those modular buildings on it. What we could do is like replace these desks with something like that and have the shelf go up to like there, and then I could feature a bunch of sets on this wall. And I think that would be super cool. I'll have to go to IKEA or wherever else and look at these desk/shelf combos and see if there's anything cool like that. I'm sure there is. And I'm sure we could think of something to do there. Or even if I had to like slide this forward, I think the IKEA shelves are 11.5 inches, like the Billy units are 11.5 inches deep. So I have to slide this forward 11.5 inches to put Billy units on this wall, and then I could put Lego sets behind my desk, which might look super cool. I've done something like that in the past in the old Lego room, and that might be cool because we have the space right here to slide this in 11.5 inches. And then I was also thinking what I could do is get another one of these tables. I actually have a spare one right there. And what I could do is put that so it goes all the way to that wall, and then put another smaller one right here, and that's gonna raise my TV up a little bit so it's more visible from like my building station over here. So we could raise it up a little bit, and we could have these tables wrap all the way around, have the TV on top of the tables, and then have some shelving there to try and break up that wall a little bit. And I am continuing to think about my next IKEA trip. Like, I want to go there right now because I need more of these drawer units, and I feel like I want to get a combination of those. Those are the Alex drawer units, and I also want to get more of the Aket units. The Aket units are these ones. I like these because they have shelves built into them, and I like the way the doors spring open, and these are actually the same height as the Alex units. They're not as deep, but they're the same height. And what I could do is put a combination of those pretty much all the way along this wall, and then I would be able to hide all this ugly stuff. For example, in here I've got tote bags full of camera bags, camera bags and drills and tools and bag sealers and random stuff. Like, there's a drone in here, which would actually be really cool to fly right now, but all sorts of old camera gear, and then other Lego sets that are just in like brown cardboard boxes. I need to go through here and sort of sort all this stuff and put it into the new city. But when I have stuff like that in brown cardboard boxes, it would be better to stow all this stuff away in enclosed cabinets. And that's why I want to get more Alex units and more Aket units flanking this whole wall. So yeah, a couple ideas there. I want to get more storage for up here, and I also want to try and spruce up that wall a little bit as well. On right now, it's a bit of an undertaking here. Like, this place is 5 times the size of my basement. So it's like, oh, now that we have this place, it looks great, it's ready to go. Now I've got to like furnish it. It's almost like furnishing a new home. We've got to get a new couch, and we've got to get all this different IKEA stuff and new shelves and more plastic shelves and more lumber for the city, and also the lumber for the top of the furnace room, a fridge, a microwave, a water cooler, etc., 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 etc. It's like we don't need this stuff, but it's just like gonna complete the package here at the studio, and I'm sort of gung-ho to get her done. You know what I mean? Like, it's exciting times, in my opinion. It's pretty awesome. And I want to do it right. If you're going to do it right. That's really about it for today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this vlog of us hauling all these Lego City modules over here. A couple more loads and the entire city will be over here. And then I've got to worry about deconstructing the tables, bringing over all the sets and the shelves. It's coming along great, and I'm really excited about the future. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.